What's up, my Archvies of Chaos? Your King of the Night, it's about time EX Turk, and I just wanted to make a theory video because I just finished the Pitoss Ruins the third time tonight, and it got me to thinking how the Black Hood's like the rarest and strongest item, one of the strongest items in Final Fantasy XV, which could also explain where Ardyn gets some of his extra powers from. I have a fan theory, and I'm going to talk about my fan theory. I think it's possible when you see Ardyn's jacket, there's at least a one wing. Besides paying a homage to an already established character in the older Final Fantasies, PlayStation 1 era, you know who I'm talking about, it's more than just a one wing on Ardyn's jacket. Ardyn is wearing the black robe, but black hood. Now I'm gonna get into this. How do I know this? Because if Ifrit and Ardyn made a deal, Ardyn would have to know everything that Ifrit has known. Eos has died. The tragedy of Eos has caused Ifrit to hate human beings and astrals alike. Ardyn lost his chance of becoming the Ascended King. Thus, his jealousy and hatred of his brother, festered so badly that, it turned him into what he is. So, yes. That's what happened. So, I think Noctis isn't the only visitor of the Pitoss Ruins. If you count it as canon or filler, I would count it as canon because I count the whole game as canon except for the Assassin's Festival and Moogle Chocobo Carnival. But everything else is canon. I mean, and of course I'm going by headcanon in this one because most people don't think the Pitoss Ruins is canon because it's a secret. But the only person who would be at the Pitoss Ruins, or was the first visitor, would be a Lucius Caelum the Pass. Ardyn Lucius Caelum before his fall and ascension to Ardyn Azunia. After Ifrit has lost Eos, Ardyn would search for Ifrit. Of course, Ifrit hating everybody. Ifrit has attacked Ardyn. Of course, Ardyn being strong as it is, even without the immortality, because he was also a healer from the Star Scourge. Again, got some of the Star Scourge on him. Pretty much, pretty much what happened with that is Ifrit and Ardyn has fought, and Ifrit found Ardyn to be worthy of Ifrit's training on the fact that Ardyn has survived. But also, Ifrit could sense that Ardyn hates humans too. After all, he thought he should have been the Ascended King because he was beloved by the world. Remember, Ardyn's a narcissist, and where he gets his narcissism from is different than Kuja's. Ardyn was beloved by the people, so Ardyn had everything handed to him in the beginnings. And sometimes when you have everything handed to you and you're kind of a Mary Sue, well, it can turn you into a big asshole. And Ardyn is the biggest asshole in Final Fantasy history ever, manipulating people to do everything for him. So yeah, but I think that it's possible that Ardyn probably knew of Eos's death, and that's also his mother for the fact that she created the Lucius Caelum bloodline, which could also be the reason why Ardyn and Ifrit feel the same about the human race. Thus, Ardyn has plans using the Star Scourge and using the demons and also using the Niflheim Empire to further his goals at destroying a world and leaving the demons to take control of the world because of his hatred, and his revenge. Ardyn has lived 3,000 years for one purpose, and that's revenge. So that's why I think that he would also have the Black Hood too. And maybe pieces of it fell into Pitoss Ruins and you get those pieces. But that's also another thing that's connected to Ardyn's power besides Orb and Bright power, Lucius Caelum power, Star Scourge immortality, Ifrit's training. There's also another conduit of Ardyn's power. It's the Black Hood. Because if Ardyn visited the Pitoss Ruins, I'm gonna just predict 1,000 years, you know, from the present time, and the present time is not is Noctis's the present time is Noctis's rule as king, you know. That's the present time. So this was 1,000 years before. So this is before Regis, or before, when there was just the earlier Lucius Kylium bloodline. I think this is even before the Nox Flores existed. But, we're just going to estimate like 1,000 years ago, Ardyn has went to the Pitoss Ruins in a search for Ifrit. After Ifrit has grieved for his mother Eos, they both would have fought in the Pitoss Ruins. Now, before that, Ardyn has actually got the Black Hood before, being the Pitoss Ruins before, and that's why. That could be also where he gets his unwanted immortality, because maybe the Black Hood is actually a cursed item. Considering Ardyn's transformations is much more dramatic than Idolus's and Ravis were. Where Ravis was scientific genetics, and Idolus was just being fully infected with the Scourge. But Ardyn was able to keep his human form, but exhibit demonic eyes and demonic lines out of his face, but was able to keep his human form. So maybe now Ardyn's completely affected, besides Ifrit transferring more of the Scourge into Ardyn and making Ardyn the focus. He was infected by the Pitoss Ruins, because that's where the origin of the Scourge was, and that's why the Pitoss Ruins are right next to the volcano of Ravatos Mountain. And also Ardyn gets his powers, some of his powers, from the Black Hood that's found in the Pitoss Ruins. That's why you feel like a god and overpowered when you wear that item, because it protects you from basic attacks. Pretty much that's where Ardyn gets some of his powers from. So let me know in your comments below what you think about this theory, and may the crystal be with you. Like and subscribe